Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to see the wind energy conversion system. It is one of your renewable energy resources which is going to act as a primary resource in any installment of your smart grid. In this, we are going to see how the wind is going to generate power by means of the wind blade. The first one, we are going to see power in wind. The three factors will determine the output from wind energy converter. Wind in the sense it is nothing but the wind flow air, that is velocity. Velocity will be converted to electrical energy. It means it is going to depend upon your three factors. The first one is going to be your wind speed. Wind speed is responsible to determine the output from a wind energy conversion system. The second important factor is cross section of wind swept by the rotor. In case of your wind, we will be using a wind rotor, wind turbine, wind blades. It could either be implemented in a horizontal axis wind blade or vertical axis. The wind blade can be installed in any two concepts like wind horizontal axis or vertical axis. The third parameter, the third factor that determines the output of the wind energy converter is the overall conversion efficiency of the rotor, transmission system and generator or pump. So these three are going to be the important factor responsible for determining the output from a wind energy conversion system. First is going to be the wind speed. Second one, cross section of wind swept by rotor. Third one, the overall conversion efficiency of the rotor, transmission system and generator or pump. No device can extract all of the wind energy. It is like therefore we don't have any device that is extracting all the wind energy. Power in the wind can be computed only with the concept of kinetics. Therefore, to derive the expression of the power in the wind, you can consider the windmill working on the principle of converting the kinetic energy of the wind to mechanical energy. We are going to collect the wind by means of the wind blade. The wind blade can be installed either in a horizontal axis or in a vertical axis. Wind is going to give a kinetic energy. The kinetic energy in motion will be converted to a mechanical energy, and the mechanical energy is because the kinetic energy is nothing but the rotational energy that will drive the turbine. The turbine can either be a Pelton turbine or Francis turbine. So that turbine output will be connected to the generator to generate the electrical power from the wind. Usually the kinetic energy is represented as half rho a v cube. Here this gives the maximum wind available. We can say the particular equation will tell about the power is proportional to your air density. It may vary from 10 to 15% during the year because P and T is going to change. Therefore, the available wind power P is equal to 1 divided by 8 rho pi d square V cube. Here rho is nothing but your air density. Your wind speed is directly proportional to the air density, and also it tells that it is going to give a maximum amount of average wind power when the air density is going to be more. Forces on the blade and thrust on turbine. As we know that the wind is collected by means of the wind blades, which is fixed either on the horizontal axis or on vertical axis. There are two types of forces that will be acting on the blade. The first one is going to be your circumferential force or torque acting in the direction of the wheel rotation. Wheel is nothing but your turbine, that is wheel is nothing but the wind blade. In which direction it is going to rotate, it is going to develop a force or torque. That force or torque is known as circumferential force or circumferential torque, where the torque is given as P divided by omega. Omega is nothing but pi dn. We know that power P is equal to 2 pi nt divided by 2 pi nt divided by 60. N is in RPM. So if I wanted to convert this in if I wanted to convert this in RPS, I can write it as power is equal to 2 pi n into small t. From this, I can identify the torque as output power divided by 2 pi n. This is for your motor. Suppose in case of your wind blade you are using, therefore we need to write 2 pi n as pi dn. D is nothing but the diameter. Therefore, two types of forces will be acting on the blade. The first one is going to be your circumferential force or torque, which is going to act in the direction of the wheel rotation. T is equal to P divided by omega. Omega is pi dn. Second one is going to be the axial force or thrust. Axial force or thrust is in the direction of the wind stream. So in which direction the wind is blowing, in the same direction your axial force will also exist. Therefore, you can give the axial force or the thrust as Fx is equal to 1 divided by 2 gc rho d square vi square minus ve square. Here also again your force is going to depends upon your air density rho. Next, wind energy conversion system. Wind energy conversion system. Here middle age wind energy used as mill grain, lift water, land drainage, watering cattle. Main focus now is used to generate electricity. By using the wind energy conversion system, our main target is to develop the electrical power from the wind kinetic energy. In this wind energy conversion system, we will be using aero generators, wind turbine generator and wind turbines. Small producers backup can take the form of battery storage, connection with local electricity distribution system, a standby generator, like that. So we have to focus on three things. The first one is going to be middle age wind energy, where we are going to use. We are going to use it for mill grain, lifting water, land drainage, watering cattle. Second one, our main aim is to produce electricity. The electricity can be produced by using wind blade. The wind blade can be placed on the on the either on a horizontal axis or on a vertical axis. When the wind strikes the blade, it is going to develop a kinetic energy. That kinetic energy will be striking the turbine, where the turbine produces mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy by means of your aerogenerator. The turbine is nothing but wind turbine generator, and also we have a wind turbine where your wind blades will be striking this particular turbine for the generation of your mechanical energy. Next, once the energy is generated, we cannot say the continuously certain amount of wind will be blowing. Continuously we can generate certain amount of power by means of wind energy conversion system. It is not possible for us to say. Therefore, to make it focus towards the amount of generation and how it could be backed up, we will be considering a small producer to have a backup of energy, which is nothing but battery storage, connection with local energy distribution system as standby generator. Wind energy conversion. As a small producer, it could be exported to the grid. Most of the power, whatever we are going to produce, it is going to be a direct current or AC. For a large producer, here we'll be producing a constant electrical output, and it will be operating mostly on your primary fuel savers. It reduces the utilities of your fuel burns. Choice of the generator. So depending upon the size of the distribution grid, the choice of generator is going to get vary. Uh, the generator choice will depend upon the size of the distribution grid and also the generating capacity. And induction generator is generally used where there is a significant amount of other generating capacity. Apart from the regular generating capacity, if any other significant for any specific applications. If I wanted to generate, there we can go for your induction generator. Synchronous generator, if we plan to use, then it is going to be more complex in the design of wind energy conversion system. And these are all some of the generators where we can utilize it for the generation of our electrical power. So all these generators can be connected at the output of the wind turbine. This is a principle explaining the wind turbine aerodynamics. When you see here, it is the rotation and it is going to be the direction of the wind flow, and there is a hub. When the wind starts to blow like this, your blade starts to rotate. So lift, it is going to basically work on drift and drag principle. So what is meant by drift and what is meant by drag in the basics of the wind energy conversion system, we'll see now. The two primary mechanism for producing the rotational force is either by lift or by drag. Lift is nothing but it is perpendicular to the airflow. If you can see here, it is the direction of the airflow. Perpendicular to the airflow, your lift is available. Drag is nothing but parallel to your airflow, your drag is available. Airfoil, pressure difference between a force that begins to act on high pressure side and moves towards a low pressure side of the lifting surface. In case of your oceans, how the waves are getting generated in the sense due to the temperature difference between the high sea level and the low sea level. Here also the same principle. Due to the pressure difference between the high pressure wind and the low pressure wind, a rotational torque will get generated and the blade starts to move. Stalling lift decreases and hence your drag will increase. This is going to be the basic lift and drag principle in case of your wind energy conversion system. Next is going to be the classification of wind energy conversion system. There are two broad classification of wind energy conversion system. First one is horizontal axis machine. Second one vertical axis machine. How we are going to differentiate whether it is going to be the horizontal axis machine or vertical axis machine in the sense. Here the horizontal axis machine means the blades are connected, the wind blades are connected horizontal. Vertical axis machine means the wind blades are connected vertically. Then according to the size, the wind energy conversion system are classified as small signal, medium size machine. Under medium size machine, you have a single generator, multiple generator, and the last one is going to be the large scale. These are all going to be the classification according to the blade fixing and according to the size available. The basic component of your wind energy conversion system is going to be, first is going to be your aero turbine, the wind gearing, coupling, electrical generator, and at the feedback we have a controller. The major reason for connecting the controller at the feedback is to maintain stabilization at its output because the wind is varying in nature. To maintain the constant output to the load or to the utility grid, we have to connect the controller. So to maintain the output power constant, we will take the output power and we need to adjust that mechanical coupling so that the gearing part will get arranged, so that the gearing part will be adjusted and the power will be maintained constant. You can see the wind is taken as a reference one, and also after gearing arrangement the wind speed is taken as a reference. Once it is done, the controller what it does in the sense to maintain the constant speed, it will adjust the pitch of your wind blade. Therefore your control will happen in case of your aero turbine so as to vary the pitch angle of the wind blades. Wind energy conversion system, you can see the major parts, internal, how exactly it looks like the wind in case of your wind energy conversion system. Direction of your wind, rotor, so it is wind blade. This wind blade they are making it as rotor. When it is going, when the wind is going to blow, upon the lift and drag principle, difference in pressure, the wind blade tries to rotate. When the wind blade is trying to rotate, it tries to rotate the shaft. When it is trying to rotate the shaft, the gearbox will rotate. The gearing mechanism, why we are going to use, in the sense it just acts like a amplifier, mechanical amplifier. Once it is amplified, it will be given to the turbine and then to the generator for generating your electrical power. It is the example, it is the diagram showing the horizontal axis turbine. You can see here hub, to the hub the wind blade is connected horizontally, and vertical wind blade, in this the power generated in the wind is given as half rho AV. Rho is nothing but your air density. Area A, swept area. V is going to be the wind speed velocity. Swept area is given as pi r square. Area of the swept by the vector area of the circle, that is swept area means how exactly it is striking the wind. We can give the mechanical power developed. Pm is equal to half rho pi r square V cube. Area, it is your air density. Proportional to your air density, a power gets developed, and Cp is going to be the turbine coefficient. Because when the kinetic energy is striking the turbine, a turbine will have a coupling coefficient or the power coefficient where the power conversion efficiency of the wind turbine is exhibited. V is going to be the velocity of the wind in meter per second. Therefore, the electrical output can be taken as efficiency multiplied by your mechanical output. It is the simple formula, efficiency is equal to output divided by input. Here the output power is going to be your electrical power and input is going to be your mechanical power, and this mechanical power is given to the generator depending upon whether it is a small scale or large scale. And from here your electrical power can be developed. P is equal to efficiency into PM. Efficiency, you can maintain it. Efficiency means it comprises of two things. One is going to be your mechanical efficiency, another one is going to be your generating efficiency. Here the output efficiency will depend upon the turbine efficiency as well as your generating efficiency. And this is a simple schematic arrangement showing the horizontal axis wind machine, and here horizontal axis wind blade is shown over here. It is the diagram showing the horizontal axis. Types of wind plant. There are two types of wind plant. One is for your utility scale wind plant and another one is for your distributed wind plant. The utility scale wind plant is mainly meant for land based and offshore based, whereas distributed wind power plant is mainly based for community and residential purpose. Certain advantages and disadvantages and what are the different opportunities available under wind plant is shown over here. The main advantages, it is a non-polluting one because it is going to be the renewable energy resources. Disadvantage of wind power plant is high installment cost and threat for birds, wind strength, electricity is not constant. Why? Because the wind is going to get vary and hence it will be continuously varying in nature. And the opportunity of using it is you can use this wind power plant in a remote location. And what risk we are going to face is when we are going to fix the wind blades. It is of high weight and when you are going to install it, it takes time together, and also once it is installed you can use it for years together. The lifetime of the battery is 20 years and for every 20 years we need to change it. Before that also we need to have the maintenance of doing the wind blade maintenance. It is very risky. Why? Because it will be fixed at the topmost part of the tower. So these are all going to be the sum of the wind power plant advantages, disadvantages and risk. So in the next class we will see what is the biomass and how we are going to utilize this biomass as a renewable energy resources. Thank you students.